that Democrats don't seem to be aware of is their likelihood of winning back anything in the Senate is very low because they lost Tester in Montana. Montana is not in play anymore for Democrats, and West Virginia is not. Their map is shrinking.
They need to talk to Gallego and Slotkin,
that's what
out of Arizona and Michigan, because those were two Democrats that won in states that Trump took. So clearly they're talking to their constituents and figuring out what these places need.
But, you know,
that would be.
We also saw very low ratings, viewership for Donald Trump's inauguration, which means a lot of people. Joe Biden got like 13 million more viewers 4 years ago, and Trump himself got 11 million more viewers 8 years ago. Here's my concern, though. I understand that people are tuning out in order to preserve their mental health. And we have to figure out how to find a balance of how do we preserve our mental health, but how do we tune in and get engaged and get informed and get outraged.
What do you suggest?
Well, watch the inauguration.
I suggest figuring out a way of consuming enough news so that you are informed, but not consuming so much news that you're on the floor.
You can just watch The View.
Just watch us. Well, that people do
There's
that.
more to life than politics, too. That's what we have to remember.
And since you obviously can't get enough of us, don't miss The Weekend View. It's streaming on ABC News Live, and we're talking pop culture, celebrity buzz, social media trends. We also have a roundup from the Views Behind the Table podcast with Brian. The Weekend View streams Saturday and Sundays at 7:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. Wow, we're on all the time now. You can find it on ABC News Live wherever you stream, and thanks to our partner, Rock Skincare. All right, we'll be right back.
I gotta get Marcus some new cleats.
I bet you could buy the whole team new cleats with all that money you saved.
Nancy Dawson is passive-progressive.
You know, Nancy, that's actually really...
Nancy doesn't have progressive, so she takes it out on those who do.
You should get Luca private coaching with that. Maybe he'll score a goal. I figured you'd want the whole roll since you've saved hundreds with Progressive.
How many tickets?
2, please.
Don't be passive-progressive.
2 for Becky.
Drivers who switch could save hundreds.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try new Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Good mornings start with the goodness of Cheerios.
I got this wow skin from Olay Body Wash. Its new super serum sinks into my skin with 5 powerful ingredients. 5 benefits in one. Look at this Olay difference. So luminous. Olay Super Serum Body Wash.
Litter back. When cat litters are so heavy it hurts. If you suffer from litter back, try Tidy Cats Lightweight with astounding 21-day odor control. At the Tidy Cats Innovation Lab, we've got your back. Tidy Cats Lightweight.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Wow, where has this been my entire life? Having to clean with multiple products is a hassle. Trying to figure out, okay, what am I gonna use on the shower? What am I gonna use on the bathtub? I don't have to think about that. You just add water and then I'm good to go. With Magic Eraser, I use it on everyday messes. I even use it on things that I think are impossible to clean. If you are a mom, you need Mr. Clean Magic Eraser in your life. It gets the job done.
And try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser Ultra Bath to cut through 100% of built-up soap scum and grime.
You've had thyroid eye disease for a long time, and you've lived with the damage it caused. But even after all these years, restoration is still possible. Learn how at TEDhelp.com.
For once, I got some advice from my mom. It's time to switch from this to this. Garnier Micellar Water gently removes makeup without rinsing, leaves skin cleansed, feeling soothed and hydrated for 12 hours. I'm keeping this. By Garnier, naturally.
This delectable Knorr ramen noodle recipe will put an end to your drive-through dinner rituals. Throw that Knorr bouillon in that tasty combo of delightful carrots and the rich touch of bok choy. Make your own Knorr taste combo. It's not fast food, but it's so good.
With Cascade Platinum Plus, I have upped my dish game.
Auntie, in that dishwasher.
Watch me.
Platinum Plus gives you the highest standard of clean, even in your machine.
Clean enough for you?
Yeah.
Scrape, load, done. Cascade Platinum Plus.
Dan made progress with his mental health, but his medication caused unintentional movements in his face, hands, and feet called tardive dyskinesia, or TD. So his doctor prescribed Austedo XR, a once-daily extended-release TD treatment for adults. Austedo XR significantly reduced Dan's TD movements. Some people saw a response as early as 2 weeks. With Austedo XR, Dan can stay on his mental health meds.
Cool hair.
Austedo XR can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, or have suicidal thoughts. Don't take if you have liver problems, are taking reserpine, tetrabenazine, or valbenazine. Austedo XR may cause irregular or fast heartbeat or abnormal movements. Seek help for fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking, or sweating. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness.
Ask your doctor for Austedo XR.
I'm excited. My love story is gonna happen. I'm putting myself out there to meet my person, but I'm scared of making the wrong decision.
Things were being said that questioned your character.
One of these women is being deceitful.
You did me dirty. Sharing you with so many women, it's so unnatural to me.
I did not know how hard this was gonna be.
Pod Save America is a long-running, no-nonsense political podcast hosted by former Obama aides. Here to tell us what comes next for Democrats and what the future holds for democracy itself are John Lovett, John Favreau, and Tommy Vitor. Right? This is like the Last Supper here. Matthew, Luke, John, Judas.
There's one person missing.
So the two Johns, as former speechwriters for President Obama, how did you feel watching Trump's second inauguration, and how do you rate his speech? Do you believe his promise that this is the beginning of the golden age, he must be referring to his hair, of America?
You watch him do that inaugural, and his heart doesn't really seem like he's in it, right? It's indoors, it's a smaller crowd. He kind of goes through the motions, and then we learned why. Because then he went to the overflow room with all of his biggest fans, and then we got the truer version of Donald Trump.
The deleted scenes.
The DVD extras. And that's when he went through every grievance, and he said, they told me I shouldn't get out here and talk about January 6th. They told me I shouldn't get out here and talk about all my enemies, but now I can, because I'm with my friends, and I'm gonna tell you about all the people we're gonna punish and all the enemies we're gonna have our vengeance against. And that was the real Trump, right? That's, by the way, the Trump we have seen in this first week.
And that's the Trump that these American people who voted for him like.
And that's the bummer, I think.
That is.
Well, Trump has already signed a flurry of executive orders, right? Including pardoning the January 6th insurrectionists, even those who harmed law enforcement officers. They're now being released from prison. He's getting a lot of backlash over this, as Biden is for giving blanket pardons to members of his own family, and preventative pardons to people like Liz Cheney and Anthony Fauci, Dr. Fauci. Are they both guilty, in your view, of setting dangerous precedent here?
I don't love the Biden pardons. I've said that. I'm not here to defend them. I understand why Joe Biden pardoned some of those people preemptively, because Donald Trump campaigned on saying that he wanted to investigate them, even though they have seemingly committed no crimes. But I think the Trump pardons of the January 6th rioters have been the most terrifying action he's taken yet to me. If you just,
It's only day 4.
I know, but it's like Michael Fanone, who was a 20-year police officer in D.C., he wasn't even on duty the day of January 6th, responded to a call for help. He gets dragged down the stairs, beaten with a pipe. He gets sprayed in the face with bear spray. And then he gets tased multiple times in the back of the neck until he has a heart attack, goes unconscious. And then they said they wanted to kill him with his own gun. And then he pleaded with them and said, please, I have kids. The man who tased him, who caused that heart attack, Daniel Rodriguez, is now out of jail. He was sentenced a year ago. He's now out of jail. He He said that Trump won after he was convicted. He yelled Trump won in the courtroom.
Yes, he did.
He has
showed
admitted
no
his
remorse.
guilt. No remorse. He's admitted his guilt. And he said next time they got to get the guys around Pence because he had too much protection. So next time they can really get Pence. This man is now out, and now Michael Fanone is trying to get a protective order because he has threats against himself and his family because these people are out. So this is not like looking backward either.
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, all these people, they want revenge. They have said they want revenge. And now we have these people who are out there who feel like they can commit violence, political violence. And if they do, the President of the United States has their back.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's disgraceful.
He put them out there emboldened and feeling that they can do anything. But let's talk a little bit about the Democrats. So we keep reading all of these reports about Democratic infighting. I happen to think some of it is exaggerated. How do you see it, and what do Democrats need to do to unite and speak as one, as one voice?
I think we're down bad right now. We have to be honest about that. I don't like infighting for infighting's sake. I think one thing, though, that harmed the Democrats over the last couple of years was a lack of candor and not being honest with ourselves, that there were a lot of voters who felt like Joe Biden was too old to get another 4 years, and they were rejecting his candidacy. And you could see it in polling, and you could see it in primaries, and Democrats said, you know what, it's fine, everything will be okay, Trump is bad, and therefore that will offset that. So I think candor is good. Getting back to first principles about who we are and what we stand for is important. We need to be a party that is pro-worker, that is anti-war, that is anti-establishment, that is anti-money in politics. And if it takes a little fighting to get there, I'm okay with it. But, eventually, you're right, we got to get our act together.
We were asked we were talking before the first segment, who the leader of the Democratic Party is. Is there a leader?
I don't think there's a singular leader. I think there are leaders like Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer,
AOC, Bernie Sanders. There's a lot of
like legislative leaders, people in Congress. But if you're looking to like who's going to lead the party into 2028, there's a lot of potential options. But there's no one that.
Do any of you agree with Joe Biden that he would have won?
That was literally going to be my question. Thank you.
But you know what? His own polling showed that that Donald Trump was going to win 400 electoral votes, 400 plus. And this I don't blame Joe Biden for. His people, the people closest to him, refused to show him the polling, the real polling. So it wasn't until Chuck Schumer.
But at the end of the day, we know who won and we know who didn't win.
Right.
He is a white man.
Right.
She was a black woman.
And she still came within 1 million votes.
I think
voting for him would have eliminated racism and misogyny.
I think we can thank Kamala Harris for preventing what would have been a landslide that would have obliterated many more House seats and many more Senate seats. However, I will say this. If Joe Biden wants to spend the rest of his days believing he would have won, I think that's a gift we can all give him. I'm fine with that.
All right.
We've all had elderly relatives that we let have a little fantasy, and I'm fine with that.
All right. We'll have more with John Lovett, John Favreau, and Tommy Vietor when we come back.
I say that every
Known for pursuing your passions. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat cancer. FDA approved for 17 types of cancer, including certain early stage and advanced cancers. One of those cancers is early stage non-small cell lung cancer. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies before surgery when you have early stage lung cancer, which can be removed by surgery, and then continued alone after surgery to help prevent your lung cancer from coming back.
Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or urine, confusion, memory problems, persistent or severe muscle pain or weakness, muscle cramps, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions. Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or lupus. If you've had or plan to have an organ, tissue, or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system condition. syndrome.
Keytruda is an immunotherapy and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
It's mesmerizing. Cleaning that greasy mess with Dawn Platinum.
And not even scrubbing.
Well, fluff my feathers. It cuts through the slimy stuff better than their old dish soap, removing 99% of grease. That's why only Dawn is trusted to save wildlife.
My doctor's office with a filing system from the 80s has my social.
Think of all the places that can expose your info. LifeLock monitors millions of data points for identity theft. If there's a problem, we fix it. Guaranteed.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Unlike some products, Pepto coats and soothes your digestive system to provide fast 5-symptom relief. Stock up on Pepto today.
Aveeno introduces new daily proven to moisturize dry skin for 48 hours and instantly strengthens skin's barrier for softer, smoother skin. Aveeno, the power of oat for sensitive skin.
Whoa, how'd you get your teeth so white? See? Not all toothpaste whiten the same.
Crest 3D White removes 100% more stains for a noticeably whiter smile.
New personal best.
Crest.
Ever feel like a spectator in your own life with chronic migraine? 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents. In a survey, 91% of users wish they'd started soon.